Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to be taking a look at this fairy tale Cheshire cat figure from Chinese company Myethos. And it turns out I have one other figure from them. It is the Danganronpa Celestia figure, which turned out really good. Probably one of my favorite Danganronpa figures that I have. So I'm really happy with that one, and I'm hoping for the same level of quality from this. Let's take a quick look around the box though, and then we'll open her up and check her out. So there are other figures in the fairy tale lineup, some more Alice in Wonderland figures like the White Rabbit, Queen of Hearts, Alice, and then of course there are other fairy tale figures such as Little Red Riding Hood, Snow White, and Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid one actually looks awesome. I love the water effect that is surrounding her. But looking at the packaging here on the Cheshire Cat, you can see it's mostly clear plastic, and then there is this sort of metallic purple print. On the sides there are cats and bows and thorns. On the back we have a different interpretation of the base with the keys, but this time there's a cat nesting in a bed of thorns. It is a little bit odd to me that they chose all of this clear plastic because you really can't see too much of the figure with all of the foam and other packing inside of the box. But you are able to make out a few extra details, so I suppose it is helpful. All right, well, let's go ahead and get this open. It also comes with a postcard, fairy tale, another Cheshire Cat, and on the back, thank you for choosing us. And then we also have the assembly manual, but this one fortunately does not require much for assembly. You really just put the two roses on and then the figure itself. All right, so here is everything out of the plastic. All right, so here is the red rose, and you can see it has a little bit of glitter on a few of the petals, and the paint actually has like a little bit of metallic in it. It's just very faint, barely noticeable, but just enough to kind of give it that sort of silky effect, like silky rose petals. Very nicely detailed. And then on the back it is keyed. And here we have the pink rose. Again, there's a little bit of metallic, a little bit of metal flake in the paint to kind of give it that silky effect. This one doesn't have the glitter on it, but it does have that sparkle in the paint. Really nice. All right, so we're gonna put these on. Again, it is keyed, should only go in one way. Okay. And the pink rose will just slide right into this stem. There it is. And she also has a hole on her butt. That is the strangest looking butthole, weirdest looking butthole. But yeah, that just slides right on here too. So it's kind of rectangular shaped, but it's not a perfect rectangle. It only goes on one way. There we go. So you can see there are a lot of interesting translucent effects on here. Like the very tip of her tail is a little bit translucent. One of her feet is a little bit transparent. Her hair, it's kind of like almost as if she is just appearing or about to disappear. She has nice little rose accents on her dress, which kind of match the roses on the base. She has a collar and leash that sort of loops around and back with a key at the end. More flowers on her leg strap, bows, straps, all sorts of really cool little details in her outfit. And I really like how all of the stocking areas are sort of torn, and you can kind of see the skin pushing through the stockings, like almost as if it's trying to break out. Really gives her thighs like a nice thickness right there. On her shoes, she's got little padlock clasps. She has ribbon wrapped around her tail with a bow at the end and a large bow on her butt. And I also like what they did with her ears too. They're a little subtle. It's almost as if it could just be hair that is thrown back, but is kind of in the shape of a cat ear. I really like how detailed her mouth is too. You can kind of see behind her teeth there and then into her mouth a little bit. So a nice little detail there. And of course she's using her arms here to kind of push out her breasts. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this one. It's very unique. What really drew me to this one is that it's very different from a lot of my other Catgirl figures. This one has got a lot of intricate details, again, in the base, and then there's a lot of unique stuff going on with the figure itself, with the sort of translucent effects as she disappears or reappears. And she's in just a really dynamic pose too. I have to say I'm pretty happy with this one. There's a good amount of weight to that base, and I think that's because she's so tall. It's to help keep the figure from tipping over. Again, I love the way her skin is pushing through the stockings on this one. Of course, that's all in the eye of the beholder, but yeah, I like. Very nice. And I just really like the look of this base. It kind of reminds me of going to like a play or a theatrical performance where you have that stage lighting and the otherworldly look to the plants, the blue and purple flowers and the purple thorned vines and the pink leaves. Again, just looks so otherworldly and really sort of exudes the theme of Alice in Wonderland. And I probably wouldn't have picked this up if they didn't decide to humanize the Cheshire cat, because I'm sure she'll get along very well with my other Catgirl figures. One of the other nice things about this figure is that, you know, she is a little bit sexy too, but she isn't like being overly lewd. So it's not one you really would have to be ashamed with having guests over. And I think this appeals to a wide audience, this figure does, because it has that really intricate base, and Alice in Wonderland is something that, you know, everybody can identify with, and the Cheshire cat is such an iconic representation of Alice in Wonderland. All right guys, that is the fairy tale Cheshire cat figure from Myethos. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.